Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for tuning in to the Motion Network. It's your boy King Zulu here again, talking to you about politics and what's going on in the world. So, last week we talked about a candidate, did a candidate spotlight on John Hickenlooper, and unfortunately, man dropped out of the race. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, he wasn't that popular of a candidate, and that's kind of why I was spotlighting the candidates. But I hope this doesn't become a trend because I'm spotlighting candidates and then they drop out. So, but I don't think this next guy will. But we're gonna talk about Mayor Pete Buttigieg or Buttigieg or Mayor Pete is what they want to call him. Is what they call him. That's his name. He's a mayor of Indiana or South Bend, Indiana. Small little town, well, mid-sized town in Indiana. For all you sports fans, it's the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So you can correlate that with him, born and raised there, I guess. Anyway, so young guy, he's about 36, 37 years old. He will be, or he is the youngest presidential candidate. He's also he would be the first openly gay Democratic candidate for presidency if he was selected, and also the first openly gay United States president if he was elected, obviously. So that's big, that's huge for the LGBTQ community. Damn, that's a lot of letters. But yeah, shout out to y'all. That's big for that community. What he spotlights is eliminating the student loan debt. So that's big for a lot of people that's in college right now, or that's thinking about going back to school. Really good for public servants, firefighters, police officers, teachers especially. He's really big on giving back to you guys and showing that love to y'all. So that's really big in changing the narrative and going forward here in the nation. It's really big because he's a millennial, so a lot of millennial voters are leaning towards him, which is good. He's also, believe it or not, in number 4 in the polls under Joe Biden. I think he's leading the race right now. Bernie Sanders is right next to him, and Senator Kamala Harris. So those are the 3 big name candidates. Elizabeth Warren is number 3. So those are the 3 big name candidates that we have been seeing for quite a while now in the news and the headlines and stuff. But Mayor Pete Buttigieg, forgive me for the pronunciation. I can read, I can spell, but that's a kind of a different name. But anyway, told y'all last week I was going to talk to y'all about a gun law. Don't really have anything as far as like what's weird about it, but what we do need to understand in today's climate about gun control is that we kind of want to look towards changing these laws, or kind of look for some laws to be amended in order to protect our citizens from like everyday situations. For instance, here in Missouri, we have an open carry, gun law. It's an open carry state. So what that means, 2 years ago, January 1st, 2017, it became in effect that if you are 19 years of age or older, you no longer had to have a concealed carry permit in order to carry a gun. So that's why things like, these school shootings and shootings at Walmart and shootings at, just weird random places, they can happen because these things go unnoticed. So if a building or premises doesn't have that, guns are prohibited sign anywhere, then, I mean, you can pretty much walk around the premises or the area or in that store or facility with a gun. So it's really easy for a lot of these crazies to come in there and do what they do, unfortunately. So I would hope that in the future, some of our lawmakers will put that into play, maybe to get like a implied law, enact an implied law, meaning that, it just means common sense that you shouldn't go into Walmart with a gun, or go into a school with a gun, or go into a church with a gun. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So if you know any politicians, if you're in touch with your lawmakers, please, lobby for that. That's a really big issue. That's pretty much all I got for you guys this week. Look out for Mayor Pete Buttigieg. They got Democratic debate next month, so he'll definitely be there. Like again, I hope man doesn't drop out. I don't see him dropping out, the race anytime soon. But hopefully, that's a major change coming forward. Next week we'll do another candidate spotlight. I'm gonna handpick another candidate with a pretty surprising view, a pretty good, I think, pretty good view of how we can eliminate the wealth gap. So stay tuned. Once again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and subscribing to us and liking our videos, watching our videos, commenting on our videos. If there's any input or anything that I missed or should talk about or spotlight, please comment below or just hit me up on social media at King Finesser on Instagram or at Moment of Truth Network on Instagram. Or you can hit me up on Facebook, Justin Ingram, or just hit us up on YouTube in the comments. Peace, y'all.